Just gonna stand there and watch me burn. Well, that's alright because I like the way it hurts. Just gonna stand there and hear me cry. Well, that's alright because I love the way you lie. I love the way you lie. Ooh, I can't tell you what it really is. I can only tell you what it feels like. Right now, there's a steel knife in my windpipe. I can't breathe, but I still fight while I can't fight. As long as the wrong feels right, it's like I'm in flight. I offer love drunk from my hate. It's like I'm up in pain, and I love her. The more I suffocate. And right before I'm about to drown, she resuscitates me. She fucking hates me, and I love it way where you going. I'm leaving you. No, you ain't come back. We're running right back. Here we go again. It's so insane, cause when it's going good, it's going great. I'm Superman with the wind at his back. She's Lois Lane, but when it's bad, it's awful. I feel so ashamed. I snap. Who's that dude? I don't even know his name. I let hands on her. I'll never stoop so low again. I guess I don't know my own strength. Just gonna stand there and watch me burn. Well, that's alright because I like the way it hurts. Just gonna stand there and hear me cry. Well, that's alright because I love the way you lie. I love the way you lie. I love the way you lie. You ever love somebody so much you can barely breathe when you're with them? You meet and neither one of you even know what hit them. Got that warm fuzzy feeling, yeah, them chills used to get them. Now you're getting fucking sick of looking at them. You swore you never hit them, never do nothing to hurt them. Now you're in each other's face, spewing venom in your words when you spit them. You push, pull each other's hair, scratch, claw, bit them, throw them down, pin them. So lost in the moments when you're in them. It's the rage that took over, it controls you both. So they say, yeah, best to go your separate ways. Guess that they don't know you, cause today, that was yesterday. Yesterday is over, it's a different day. Sound like broken records playing over, but you promise the next time you show restraint, you don't get another chance. Life is no Nintendo game, but you lied again. Now you get to watch her leave out the window. Guess that's why they call it window pane. Just gonna stand there and watch me burn. Well, that's alright because I like the way it hurts. Just gonna stand there and hear me cry. Well, that's alright because I love the way you lie. I love the way you lie. I love the way you lie.
What's up, eh? What's up, Laura?
What's up?
What's up, Laura? You digging this song?
Yes, digging it.
What? What'd you say?
I said, yeah, digging it.
She's really digging this song, Camo. What's going on, everybody? We're live. This is Christmas Light Installers Mastermind on Kingdom Radio Live. This is our first episode we're not doing on Kingdom Christmas Lights. So that is something new that's going on, and we haven't been on a podcast in a couple weeks because we've been traveling. And so we're going to tell you all about that. This is going to be a great episode. We're going to have it in little different segments. We can clip them up and cut them up in the different things that we do. But before we go too far, my name is Ron. I'm with Kingdom Christmas Lights. We install Christmas lights in the Houston, Texas area. We also install permanent lights. We're the founders of ChristmasContractor.com. We have a distribution company with Christmas lights and permanent lighting and other kind of lighting, commercial grade lighting. And we also have Kingdom Radio, which you're listening to right now, where we broadcast our message. And there's a lot of fun things going on. But before we get too far, I'm with my beautiful wife, Laura.
Hello.
Hi, Laura.
Hi.
All right, tell me about it. What's going on?
Yeah, just a lot of stuff going on.
There's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of stuff that's happened. There's a lot of stuff that was what we call Valentine's Day, and that happened. What do you think about Valentine's Day?
Valentine's was good. I enjoyed it.
Valentine's Day was good, and she enjoyed. A woman of few words. All right, so moving into it, the Christmas Light Installers Mastermind. Before we get too far, I want to show you that I do know how to make a set shot. Yeah, what's his name? Woody Harrelson from White Man Can't Jump, man. He's playing on the beach. You know, he's out there and the wind's blowing and everything. And he's like, you calculate the wind, boom. And then here it is right here.
Pretty much. Oh, that was good.
Whoa. I got to see that one more time. It almost looked like I switched it.
Oh, that was good. It only took like a few takes.
That was the first take.
No,
what are you talking about? That was the first take.
I'll pull them other ones up if you want.
Yeah, first try. Boom.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, I think the second one I missed. But anyway, so yeah, that happened. And yeah, your boy Ron can make a free throw. For sure, I can make a free throw. But anyway, let's get into it. So what's the first segment, Lyra?
Are we talking about InvisiLights first?
Yeah, so we're going to get into InvisiLights first. If you were in Houston, Texas, and you came to the ChristmasContractor.com InvisiLights training with special guest Armando was doing the training. This was our second time doing InvisiLights training. I actually got a hat this time, thanks to Armando. But it was a great training. I thought everyone thought it was the best training, actually. What did you think? Let's talk about the InvisiLights training.
I think we had a great turnout. I think a lot of people learned a lot of stuff, and it was very well presented by Armando. And I think good time was had by all. I learned more, and I've been through a couple of them. I learned more than I knew before, so that's really good.
You learned more on this one than you have any other one.
Well, I think I was there longer. So usually at the trainings, I have to go run for the food or whatever, but I got to see a lot more this time and got to ask some more questions of, because when you install it, it's a totally different animal because then you realize you don't know a few things. So it was nice.
Yeah, it definitely was nice. Let's go down through a few things. So the first day, do you have the InvisiLight thing pulled up, please? The first day that Armando got there, we did pick him up from the airport. I was going to intentionally pick him up late, but we actually decided to pick him up on time, which was good because we were going to be there like 20 minutes early, like a real friend would do when you pick someone up from the airport. You're actually there at the airport when they fly in. But his flight was actually 20 minutes early. So Laura, the sweetheart that she is, she's checking the airline to make sure the flight's still on time. And then she's like, oh, it's going to be there 20 minutes early. And then so we made sure we were there at the perfect time. As soon as we got off the plane, we were there when he walked out. And true Houston fashion, if you ever come to visit us, you know that I make a big scene at the airport, whether I come in there and I'm honking the horn like, bum, bum, and everyone like, Armando, in front of all these people waiting for the ride. So it was fun. And he got into the vehicle and we went to, he was staying at this beautiful hotel that changed names during the stay. I think it was.
Was it that one or the one next door? The Super 8 changed to something else.
Quality Inn or something. So yeah, they were staying at this 5-star.
He was at the best Western.
Yeah, not just any Western. Armando, we put him up at the best Western. So Armando was at the the Best Western, him and a couple other bit. Chisholm Proctor, he came in too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see some photos. What we got here? You got something shared in there?
I thought you had the photos, but I'll do it.
All right, sounds good. Okay, let me do everything.
Yeah.
Armando, share screen. Okay, here we go. Yes, when Armando came in, this was really cool. Armando came in and we pretty much had it like this. We had a few things out. It wasn't completely done, and that was the first day. So it kind of went through like that. And then Armando said, I got it from here. He put stuff on there. That's actually Armando walking through HEB. So
His first time.
He had no idea
We
what
popped a
HEB
cherry.
is. Yeah, we definitely popped that cherry. We got these new heaters, and they look like torches. So we had both of those in there. We got the basketball hoop in there so we could shoot some free throws. And then let's see, Armando.
The InvisiLights, and we are getting ready for the training that we have for you guys tomorrow and Saturday, doing our hands-on training. So you can kind of see everything. We're getting things set up, classroom ready. You don't want to miss it here in Players.
Wait, are those his glasses?
Where?
He wears these reading glasses, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Right there on that, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, these.
Yeah.
Okay.
Want to miss it here in Playersville, Texas. This is my first time in.
That was his first time in Texas. Did I cut him off, or what I do here?
It's all right. It's having a slow day.
I think I got too much stuff going on at the same time, but anyway, that's his first time in Texas. And then and then later that night, we came to the office, and I said, man, you got to come into my office real quick. This is where I'm sitting right now currently. And then Armando is sitting in Laura's chair. But I said, you got to come in here really quick and let's do a live in the studio. And unfortunately, I kind of messed it up because I had the PA system speaker going and it fed back every time I talked on the actual video. But there is a clip online. Did you see that one, Laura?
Yeah.
The clip online of Armando talking from this podcast?
Yes, I did.
What did it say?
We're going to get back into that one again. I believe you talked about Utah.
No. It was about being a Mexican growing up in Utah.
Being a Mexican, yeah.
Yeah. Let me see if I can. Where was that posted at anyway? Was that on the Mastermind?
Maybe.
Let me see if I can find that. It's exclusive content only on the Christmas Light Installers Mastermind. Let's see here. Armando, where are you at, my friend? I don't know. There's so many posts on the Mastermind. It's kind of hard to find here.
It's one of those.
But anyway, Armando was talking about when he grew up in Utah. The fact that it was predominantly white and it was mostly Mormon. That for him being a non-Mormon and being a Hispanic or Mexican in that area, that it was very difficult growing up because people looked at you like you were one of three things. You remember that? And I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. Let me
look at the media. Anyway.
But anyway, so yeah, I'll pull it up in just a second. And then we took Armando out to eat some probably the best Italian restaurant that's in Plantersville, Texas area, in the Houston, Texas area. It's called Zonti's. It's in the Woodlands. Tell them about Zonti's, Laura.
Oh, Zonti's is it's fancy, and you take a special person or special company there for sure. As delicious. Truffle ravioli is my go-to. I've tried some other things, but I always go back home to truffle ravioli. But it was a good time. We had great talk. I mean, we talked so much the entire time, not just for the training, but personally. And he is a great guy. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, one thing that's surprising about Armando is he's the first person that we've picked up from the airport that was just talking Bible the whole time. And then when him and Chisholm Proctor, when they both were in the back of the truck with us, there's no music playing whatsoever. It's just him and Chisholm having Bible
theology, like deep
debates.
deep debates. It was very interesting.
Yeah,
very interesting to listen to.
Never been a part of anyone getting picked up and they're on vacation and they can do anything. And the number one thing that they want to do is have Bible theology discussions and what this means and what that means. And it was different, to say the least.
Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed that.
I wonder if it's in the Mastermind.
It's not. I just went to the media. It's not there. You must not have posted the video there.
Here it is right here.
Was it in there?
No, I think I posted it and I shared it on there. Here it is.
The predominant race out there is white, right? So, being, a Mexican, Hispanic, Latino kid growing up in Utah, I think, again, it goes back to my upbringing. I remember my parents telling me, hey, Armando, here's the thing. You being Mexican, people are either going to assume you're, number one, either a dirty Mexican, number two, a poor Mexican, or number three, a dumb Mexican.
Okay.
And so those were three things that I always kept in my mind growing up as a kid. I'm very, very clean and immaculate, everything, because I didn't want to be known as that. I'm not rich, but at the same time, I know I'm not poor. I've been really good with what I've been given. I think a lot of
Is this your first time?
Mexican, Hispanic, Latino kid.
Is this the first time hearing this?
Yes and no. I've heard parts of it.
Yeah, he's basically
I've
saying
been really good with what I've been given. I think a lot of that again comes back to the Bible, being a good steward of what we have and everything. And then I did try to educate myself the best I could. I didn't want I wanted. I may not be the smartest guy in the group.
So you get the point. I mean, basically, Armando is saying that when you're growing up, people can look at you and get these stereotypes that you're pretty much like this group of people here, this group of people here, because you look similar to them. And he's like, this my whole entire life, I tried to work opposite of those stereotypes. And I wanted to prove that I was, smarter than what you think I am. And I'm better and I'm cleaner. And he just kept that like a chip on his shoulder that, he has to work extra hard to, overcome people's perception of him growing up in Utah and what it was like being a Christian and a predominantly Mormon, where, your friends' parents are saying, hey, you can't hang around Armando because, he's not of this faith and we're doing these things and you can't associate with him during these times and during these events and stuff. And he said growing up, and kind of what that was like and trying to prove that, he does have more value than the perception and kind of like what his parents had taught him and how he was striving for excellence. Awesome story. And if you met him and talked with him for any length of time, you get more context to that. But he is an awesome speaker. And I argue to say, sorry for whoever this might offend, the best speaker we've had here for sure. The best trainer / speaker that we've had training here at our office for sure. So good job, Armando. Anyway, back to this. So we took Armando out to dinner.
Did caught on, and long story short, got on, hired with him. Dustin's really good at finding people's gifts within his company and putting them.
So he's basically talking about how he got hired at InvisiLights, how he got into the industry. And he was talking about, he used to be a real estate person or something like this.
Mm-hmm.
He was in the real estate business, but he was in the title and loan or something like that in the title company when the market, went down. And whatever year he said that the market kind of went down. Him and his wife were both doing it. So his wife took off and got a job first while he stayed in it, treading water. And she got a nice, cush job with a big company. Then he went off to get a job, and somehow he knew a family member like Dustin's brother or something. Mm-hmm. And then they said, hey, my brother's looking for someone trustworthy, someone that, is not going to steal and, whatever. And that could be teachable, coachable, trainable kind of qualities. And they met, and then they just, it was love at first sight. They just hit it off like that. It's a kind of cliff notes of that story.
Yeah.
And this right here is Chisholm Proctor and David Merle, but Chisholm in the middle here, he was like Bible theology. Speaking of which, Chisholm, I just got back from vacation, dog. I'll send your earphones and your shirt today. And if it ain't today, I'll do it tomorrow. All right. So we got that. But yeah, Chisholm Proctor. That was nice meeting him in person. What's up, Mario? You know what I'm saying?
Cuts. So the first thing we're going to do is
the food. Now, for those of you who've ever been to a training class with us, you'll know that Laura spends the whole time when we're getting ready for the training figuring out, taking care of people, what people need, what food people might need, you know, making sure that everyone's accommodations are going to be nice. And the lunch for this day was Lupe tortilla. And tell them about that, Laura.
I mean, if you know anything about Tex-Mex, and which I haven't had Tex-Mex in a month, just so you know, we are real big on our Mexican food. We love our fajitas. We love our enchiladas. And Lupe Tortilla puts on a fantastic spread. And I brought that in because I love my people.
AKA, what's another word? What's another thing that we refer to Lupe Tortilla as?
We call it Home Depot.
Home Depot. So when you tell the kids, hey, I'm going to Home Depot, you know, we're going to Lupe Tortilla. Hey, kids, we're going to Home Depot. You want to go? No? Oh, okay. And then Lupe Tortilla. But it's right next to Home Depot, actually. But yeah, that was awesome. Look, all the people who had the food, they came back for seconds and thirds. And I think even
cuts.
Somebody.
So the first thing
somebody came back for thirds. It might have been Lyons Whitmore. I'm not sure, but Lyons might have came back for thirds.
There wasn't hardly anything left. We brought the rice and some beans back to the house.
Yeah.
We're going to do what we call the outside inside cut. And it's when you're coming on, obviously, a roof line and you come up and then you have to go out that way. Or if you're inside of the house.
Now, we'll give you a little pet peeve. And I don't know how people were raised and how they were brought up, but stop fucking touching my TV, dog. Okay? Get your fingers and whatever you're pointing off of my TV screen. It's not a touch screen. Get off my. I must have had to tell him 5 times till I almost threatened him to beat him up and turn the TV off. It's like, dude, stop touching my TV. But
the one thing great about Armando is that during the cut training, he was very, very particular about showing you exactly how these cuts are supposed to be made to make it like very professional, and you're not sitting there caulking or doing anything crazy after you're done. So he was very informative about every single cut and how to make those tracks look good. And I would say that's a huge benefit of this segment here. Yeah.
Well, you know, with the exception of that, with the exception of touching the TV and me wanting to just kill him, with the exception of that, everything went good. And as he was starting to touch the TV, everyone just started looking at me like, don't kill him. Now, I will recommend if you're ever inviting Armando to anything, invest into like a $3 laser pointer, and then that will solve a lot of problems in the future. So
I should get him one for Christmas. He can take it as
we had one, but we took him away from the kids because they always like, you know, shine him. Was like, man, give me this. But I was like, Laura, where is the laser pointer at? I need to get Armando this before he gets hurt. But he didn't get hurt and everything was good. So
once you got your 4 inches, let me do this on the table.
Those videos are so loud.
Measure my 4 inches.
So Armando knows how to, he's measuring 4 inches there. So yeah, so basically he's showing people how to cut the track. Now this is the very first, let me skip past this one. This is the very first class that I've seen that every single person in the class, even the ones that pay loose attention to the details, every single person made every single cut correctly.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've seen that. And he wouldn't move on until every single person had it. It was a fantastic job.
Yep.
Well, anyway, it doesn't look like this is
Internet's being weird today.
Working his way. I thought it might have something to do with the 85,000 things I have open. But anyway, and then this is the dinner. Lyons brought this guy right here. He was from Virginia. Mm-hmm. Chisholm is from Georgia or something. And he was moving to Seattle, Washington, or he's from Florida and he's moving to Seattle, Washington or something like that. And then there was people from Canada and all over the world. There was a few people from Houston, but there was people from all over the country that were at the training. So that part was interesting. But we took them to our favorite restaurant that night, which was
Monty's Lighthouse.
Monty's Lighthouse, Cajun. And, you know, like Armando, he's in Utah, so they don't know anything about authentic Mexican and, you know, hot, spicy, you know, authentic food. So they got the, when we took him to the Cajun place, he's like, well, we got chicken nuggets here, macaroni and cheese, but they tried the gumbo, and I think they liked it.
They tried
The gumbo or something like that.
He had the Cajun pasta.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then, you got the boy David and Amar both came up, so that those guys were fun to hang out with. And then, these guys right here. This is actually Blaine. Blaine works for Austin. For Austin. He's a worker employee of Austin. And Austin said, look, you're doing such a great job working for Christmas Lights. You've been with me for 5 years. Here's your healthy Christmas bonus, but I want you to start your own permanent lighting, and it's time for you to own your own business. And so Blaine took his bonus check. He bought the training. He was at the training. This guy right here is a worker that is working with him on the permanent lighting business, and he got it, and he paid very close attention. This is his moment. He went through the class training. This is day 2, where him and this guy was like nothing but smiles. He was like the most. You ever been around someone just positive energy just radiates off of them? It's like you just want to be positive, or you have to actually go out of your way to be negative when you're around people like this. This is one of those guys. I mean, we all know someone who's just super negative. You have to actually try to be positive around them. They just kind of drag you down. This guy is the opposite. Just absolute joy to be around. And you just can't help to have a smile on your face hanging around this guy. It's just great people at the training event. Here's a picture. And Mario, I can't say enough about Mario. When David backed out at the last minute, and we didn't have a training house to do after everyone was coming to Houston for the training, Mario was like, look, I'll step in. We can do my house. I've been thinking about doing it anyway. How much? And he just got everything, bought everything, and we put it together where it showed up like the day before it needed to be there. The whole thing was just audible at the last minute, Hail Mary, and we did catch it for the touchdown. Oh yeah, look at Armando. See, Armando is watching right here. See, he didn't say nothing about the whiteboard or the touching my TV. But anyway, so these are the boys out there, and then this is the final picture right here. This is the guys getting the certification. Now there were a few people that left before that picture, and then we came back. We went out to a sushi dinner with the boys. And then we came back, and one of my favorite parts of any kind of job, especially ones like this, is when the family comes out and sees it for the first time. Now, I did get the children, Mario's kids. They came out, and then his wife was out there, and the kids were out there, and they're like, "Look!" And that was our first time seeing it, and just the smiles on their faces, like. I knew it was going to be permanent lights, but I didn't know it was going to be like this, right? I didn't know that it was going to look like this. I knew it was going to look good, but not like this. And he was so happy, and still to this day, he's, going through there. But yeah, this is that. And then what else? This is the family right here. So this is like the family when they first walked out. It was. And then his neighbors are like, I'm calling the HOA on you tomorrow, joking around because he always has the nicest looking Christmas decorations and everything. So, but yeah, even all the neighbors kind of came out and they were celebrating with him how awesome it was. I didn't hear one person say, hey, how much was that? Can I get my house done too? But I would say a look of envy on each and every person. Yeah, Marta's like they about to rat you out to the HOA, Yeah, but everyone was very excited. And then this is Armando and Chisholm taking a picture. And what you're noticing here is you're looking at how symmetrical, there's one bulb here at the end, one bulb here at the end. There's one exactly in the middle on the peak bulb. There's one at the same distance coming down. This is the symmetrical look that you get with InvisiLights with the peak bulb. And here is some drone footage. Somebody was asking me for drone footage of the permanent lighting and what it looked like. This is it right here when it was just on warm white with every fifth bulb was brighter or something, or one of those. Yeah, and this is that drone footage. And to fly the drone around Mario's property is not easy because there's freaking trees and lights and all kinds of stuff all over the place. But I was able to maneuver without wrecking it or crashing it and get some of these videos here. But I guess it's not going to let me do it. But yeah, that was the sushi restaurant. And I know that's a Kingdom Food Network kind of thing, but there's InvisiLights hats on these. When we went to that one, Chisholm was like, "Yeah, I love sushi." Me and my wife, we love going to sushi. And then, you know, as you start asking him questions, it was pretty much his wife likes going to sushi, and his wife tells him what they should order, and she does all the ordering, and he like tags along with her. So you're like, okay, what do you like? I don't know. What you order it and then I'll eat it. And I think we get so we ended up getting like this rock and roll one that comes on a guitar. That's more like the sushi buffet they're used to. And we got 2 of those and it was really good. I think these guys had a fantastic time if I don't say so myself. So that's that. That was the permanent lighting training. And I did post a video today of some testimonials. Let's look at that real quick. Where is it? It's right here. Let's play this right here. And get the next one ready, would you?
What's the next one?
The next one is we're going to our trip to Orlando. Okay. All right, so I just shared it. Where is it? Is it right here?
Lights is more than just holiday lighting. It's also accent lighting and security lighting.
This was by far the most informative InvisiLight training I've been to. This is my 3rd one. 3's the charm. So this is more informative, hands-on training, the classroom training, very detailed.
Boy, it is a good learning curve. We've had some pretty good cuts going on and just figuring out the system, and can't beat hands-on training.
The hardest part was the breezeway, doing the cut on the training house, but after a little bit of trial and error, we finally figured that out.
Man, I think the training class is amazing. Armando did a great job. Yesterday, we got to learn quite a bit. We sat in class, we got a little bit of hands-on training on how to cut certain channels, how to put the lights in, how to insert everything. And today we're here working on the house.
What I appreciated most was the industry experts there and the camaraderie, and we got a lot of information to feel really enthused about going into this market now.
Something that's definitely you need to do if this is something that you're trying to invest in, man. It's definitely helpful and definitely gonna get you on your way to get out there and do it yourself.
I would highly recommend the training. I really would recommend the install. Today we're out installing lights at a house.
This is why you come to InvisiLights hands-on training right here. Look at this guy. This guy was at training yesterday and he's already getting it.
Man, best class ever. I tell you what, Armando did a lot here. He did a lot for us. He explained a lot for us. We've learned a lot.
Armando is informative. He's like, that's the dude in the video that we were watching. You know what I'm saying? You star status right here. Can I get an autograph, Armando? You know what I'm saying?
He's a lot better in person.
Absolutely, 100%. Because if you're not doing it in a controlled environment, then you're not really learning.
No, it's amazing. A lot to learn. We learn every day. But this hands-on training right here is amazing. Perfect.
For sure, Armando. He likes to break everything down, and that's the best way to do it to get the best learning experience, I think.
You can see how the lights have that great symmetric look as you're doing your accent lighting or security lighting on your home that will deter intruders, or at the same time just give your home a unique look in your neighborhood.
InvisiLights? 100%.
If you're going to get into InvisiLights or you're going to get into permanent lighting, find someone who's training and follow up.
You don't get no better than that, baby. InvisiLights, get at us.
So if you want InvisiLights, get at us.
Yeah.
Get at us. All right.
Kids.
So yeah, kids these days. But yeah, so that is that is the InvisiLights training. There's way more videos, and we put a bunch of videos out there, but I just posted that testimonials today. Everyone had a lot of nice things to say, and not that we were doing comparisons of the previous InvisiLights training and this one, but Laura and I would be good people to break that down if you wanted to tell the difference between the last ones. I would say that Armando is probably the best speaker I've heard in classrooms. But then when you have all these alpha males around, sometimes being the nice guy and just the really nice, relaxing person is not the correct approach with some of these aggressive alpha males that are around. And I'm not going to call anyone out by name, but
Ron.
like, who, me? Yeah, no. Or like, what's his name?
Ron.
Me? Yeah, no, I'm talking about Lyons Whitmore and a couple of these other guys where, you don't even need to say, does anyone have any questions? They're already cutting you off every 5 minutes, with their knowledge. It's very difficult to teach a class like that. So I felt like one of those cowboys in the Wild Wild West when you're running those steer across the plains. And then one of them goes off and the cowboys kind of wrestle them in and bring them back. I felt like I was like one of those classroom cowboys for Armando. And every time, someone would start speaking too much and asking too many questions, I'd say, look, you're cut off. No more questions. You're done. No one's paying to listen to you. Stop talking. Let this man talk. That's why everyone's here, to hear him talk. Okay. No more questions. So I may or may not have said that once or twice. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's just one of those things, man. But yeah, Armando was very good. I would say in the class, when you're talking about when you're working out in the hands-on training and stuff like that, I would say that we have like when Murphy and them comes out, you can tell the people that run these big businesses with multiple crews and stuff, because they have a lot better grip on running 10 different or 6 different crews trying to do 6 different things, and they're going to mess it up and stuff. You can definitely tell the experience that someone who runs these big companies like Murphy and stuff, you do see this experience divide in those areas. But as far as classroom product knowledge and stuff like that, InvisiLights training, pretty much everyone said this particular training was the best one they've ever been to. So there's that. All right, moving right along. What's next?
We're going on to...
Oh, and if you want to buy permanent lighting products, definitely go to ChristmasContractor.com. And are we having another permanent lighting? No, we don't have one scheduled right now. However, there is an online training that you can get, and it's available at ChristmasContractor.com. And we have free shipping now. We just did the website. Just before I go too far, let me show you that one. ChristmasContractor.com is... Where the hell is it? There we go. ChristmasContractor.com. ChristmasContractor.com. Share this instead. Right there. All right. So right here, ChristmasContractor.com, you can see that it's new. It's got some beautiful people on here. It looks just like me and just like Laura, sort of, kind of, not really, but ChristmasContractor.com, online training, personal VIP in-person training. If you want to come to Planningsville, Texas and hang out for a day or two with me and Laura, we will teach you the ropes. And I mean, the website has been changed up, but it's awesome. I went through every single product. We have all the shipping, all the new products that we're going to have this year. Everything is on here. And if you look at Christmas lights now, C9 bulbs, you'll see I got the star there, Laura.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And if you want the LED bulbs, the C9 bulb, and we got some cool new products, permanent lighting. The 36 volt system is what we talk about. And like the bows, and we got bows and different area codes, you know what I mean? And so we got the Kingdom red and gold. We got the red with warm white lights and canvas and what sizes you want. And I mean, it's just, the thing goes on and on. The website is so awesome. When you take it to checkout, it's a dynamic checkout now, from the things that are free shipping and some of the products on there, or local pickup, or you can have it locally shipped, or you can have it shipped over there. So this year, look out. We're going to have very, very, very competitive pricing on the essentials and a wide variety of products that you can have shipped right to your door. So 2026 is going to be a fantastic year for Christmas lights and permanent lighting. So that's that. And yeah, Armando did say good cop, bad cop. And I did really good quality control with the alphas. You see that, Laura? Just when you thought I was talking too much, Armando said I was doing a good job. So we'll leave it at that. All right, moving on to the next segment.
I believe we're going to Orlando next.
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Whoop, this one.
Oh, that one.
If you don't know what this is Ron and Laura, sort of kind of looks like us at Disney World. And if you look up to the upper right-hand corner, there may or may not be a rocket taking off. Now, it didn't happen exactly like that, but let's let Laura walk us down through the days before Valentine's Day. Before Valentine's Day, we got there 2 days early, and we went into Orlando. Take us away, Laura. Take us away.
We got into Orlando a couple days early before we met with the boat, the Carnival Mardi Gras, where we went to the beautiful Bahamas. And Ron, in good old Ron fashion, he had to have the Cadillac.
No, I wanted to be like David Murrow, because David Murrow's got a brand new Cadillac Escalade. And I'm like, look, we don't have the kids for the first time in I don't know how many years. 6 years. We don't have the kids. Let's get a sports car. Like, let's get a Mercedes. So I had this Mercedes sports car that was rented. We get the budget rental, and you wouldn't believe it was out of stock. They didn't have it.
Of course. I have to call him back. He owes me money.
Gary Savoy. Yeah, it's like you call him to pay your bill. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, so then they said, look, I might be able to get you into this Cadillac, but it's like a little small SUV or whatever. And I said, because they were going to put me in a Ford Taurus or, whatever. And I was like, no, we ain't doing that. So, yeah. So your buddy Ron and Laura was riding in I just rented a Cadillac. And I tell you what, it was actually a really nice car. A really nice car.
It's nice. There are a couple features I would have changed on it for sure. But
like what?
The cup holders aren't big enough. And there's not enough space to put your phone other than the one phone that can sit on a charger.
Yeah, it was a nice ride.
It's mommy
I could totally see myself driving this, but if I didn't, need to have trucks for everything, I could totally see myself doing that. All right, keep going.
When we got in the car, we took a trip up to Daytona because it was the weekend of the Daytona 500. And it was just before, I think they had the truck.
It was Thursday.
Dual truck thing, something that
dual
day.
Qualifier.
Yeah. So we did not get tickets for this because you had to buy the whole package for the whole 3 days. But we
4 days.
Or 4 days. We did get to see.
Whoa. You back up.
Whoa. It's like moving slow. But we did get to see they were filming the Top Gun 3 overhead. And we didn't quite know that they were overhead until they were about, 1,000 feet away from us after they already passed, until the sonic booms were happening, which was very cool. We didn't get to any video of that because it was just too fast, too furious, too Top Gun. So,
and Laura was in charge of the video work, and I was driving in a unfamiliar place right in front of Daytona Speedway. They had the roads all blocked up. They had people stopping and dropping off people and stuff. They got the Hooters is all closed down with a big stage. I mean, the Daytona 500 is the Super Bowl of NASCAR, so it's just nuts down there. Pandemonium that's about to be happening in the next couple of days. And this was like Thursday, but for some reason we're like, oh, shit, maybe there's something going on because there's a flyover. So we seen the airplanes like fly over us, and then it was like, dang, that is so cool. In this Cadillac with the dual moonroof, the flyover of the F-16s came through. There was 2 of them, right? And so they flew off, and then all of a sudden they took off, did a turn, and came back to the track, and then started doing moves like it was an air show. And it was like, what in the hell is going on here? And then, then they're flying over again and again, and didn't capture one picture or video of that, which was par for the course there in Florida. For some reason, we missed a lot of things, but
I was on vacation.
I seen it with my eyes, and then I looked online. They said they were filming the new Top Gun 3 over Daytona, and that's what they were doing. And then on Sunday, they had like a 7 7 airplane formation or some 6 plane formation where they did the actual flyover on Sunday. But yeah, the F-16s were there in full force, and they were definitely showing off and showing out. And that was like, I'm so glad we came here because I wanted to see Daytona, and I also wanted to see a few other places. But definitely the Daytona 500 and being there was cool. Super cool for redneck NASCAR fans and, whatever kind of NASCAR fans there are. But definitely we grew up going to a bunch of NASCAR races when I was a kid. And it was nice to go to Daytona. I've never been there to the track by it. So it was the first time. And then we went to a place that's a very familiar biker bar for Bike Week, which is coming up this week. The Boot Hill Saloon. So if you're in a motorcycle gang and want to go in there and get into a big bar fight, you can. And just a little small tidbit, Laura can tell you the story better, but I almost got kicked out of there. So hard to believe.
It's hard to believe.
Very difficult to believe, but I almost got kicked out of the Boot Hill Saloon.
By the bartender.
By the bartender. Yes. Tell us about that.
Oh, Ron's getting a little older, and his vision is going away. And he was reading the taps to see which kind of beverage.
Oh, look, I'm wearing the same shirt and hat. Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's a replay.
Yeah. He was trying to decide what frosty beverage he was going to enjoy at his parents' old stomping grounds when they left the kids at home to go see Daytona.
Bike Week.
Bike week.
Yeah.
And he couldn't read the labels right, and he kept saying the wrong name of the beer, and the lady's like, bleepity bleep bleep bleep, you're gonna get the bleep bleep out.
Yeah, no, because it was Kona Wave was a beer that when we went to Hawaii last year this time we were in Hawaii, or 2 years ago. Yeah. So we went to the Kona Wave brewery and had the Kona beer right where they make it, and I was like, man, this is cool, and then and of course they have Blue Moon, so I said Blue Wave because I couldn't see very good. My eyes are really bad, especially with certain times of the day and things. So I'm like, Blue Wave, and she's like, we don't have Blue Wave. We got this or that, what is that? But she was like, what the F is that? Blah, 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 blah. Like, so I was about to just smack the shit out of her.
Yeah, right.
But I didn't.
That one was tough. She
looked like
you'd have left bloody.
She was about to walk on the other side of the bar and smack me is what looked like it was about to happen.
He was on the verge.
And then I'm like, the one right there. I mean, Jesus, can't you see the one right there? It's on the left of this and the right of that. And she's like, no, there's Blue Moon and Kona Wave, not Blue Wave. Okay, there is. And if you order that again, I'm kicking your ass out of here, is what she said. And so we had one. We took a couple pictures. We grabbed the second one and got out there before it got out of hand. But I can tell if I stayed there for any length of time, I'd probably be beat up and I'd have like a missing tooth and a black eye on the podcast. So I'm glad we were able to get safe and get out of there. But the Boot Hill Saloon. We did that. Been there, done that.
Did that.
We seen the bras on the checklist on the top of the bar.
Yeah, the thing is to give over your bra, sign it, and they'll hang it on the ceiling.
And so my dad says, "Hey, your grandma." He's talking about my mom. Your mom, she has a bra that's up there. And then I was like, "What?" And then my mom on the group text message, she's like, "No, stop telling them that, Ronnie." And then my dad's like, am I joking? Am I joking? So, you never know. It's like, let's just get out of here. It's the luster and the nostalgic. It's kind of, now that one of these bras might be one of my mom's bras, let's get the hell out of here. So anyway, they ruined it for me. So that happened. So then we just started moving and we said, since we're in Orlando and our Daytona is about an hour drive or so. So let's just drive along the beach and we'll just see what we see and see what we find and stop if we see something cool. So,
and we saw the water.
We seen, there was a couple restaurant places and stuff. So we stopped off here and there, and you can drive on the beach at Daytona. As a matter of fact, that's how the Daytona 500 started, they raced on the beach with stock cars right from the dealership, and they raced around in circles. And that's where it started, on Daytona Beach, the most famous beach in the world.
And you see sweatshirts because it was cold.
Yeah, it was chilly. It was chilly, uncharacteristic chilly, but it was chilly.
Uncharacteristic, yes,
yeah,
definitely.
Uncharacteristically chilly for that, but it was like that in Houston too. And then this is like a land shark, so it's like a Margaritaville type of thing. I have a bunch of videos on my meta glasses that, I mean, believe me, I could video you to death, and I think I'll probably dump them somewhere, but not on this podcast here. But yeah, this is from the meta glasses, walking around. And that place was good. And then we went to another place called Krabby, which Krabby was, you know,
it was all right.
One of those bubble gum type of places, I would say.
A little chain.
And so we had a hotel, and the hotel that we picked, because I didn't know, I've never really been there. So it's right next to the Boeing building in the Hyatt Place. And when you're looking at renting rooms, it has views of the space shuttle launch. So you say this one has launch view room, and this one's a regular room. So it said launch view. And is there a launch? And then we found out that the Elon Musk, the SpaceX, they were actually launching this rocket that everyone was talking about online. It was happening at 5:15 in the morning. So, and then inside the hotel, everyone in the hotel, it's all NASA stuff, and it's all rockets and spaceships, and there's like astronauts and stuff and pictures of astronauts inside this hotel. It's all about like astronaut, Kennedy Space Center kind of stuff. So we got a good night's sleep, if you know what I'm talking about, and then woke up at 5 o'clock. Oh, there it is. We woke up at 5 o'clock so we could make sure we didn't miss the launch. And you can just go back anyway. The point of it is,
so we got up at 5 o'clock. We're up at 5 o'clock. The window shades are open. They were pretty much open all night. We can see the lights for where they're going to lift off. And I don't know all the terminology, so y'all going to have to forgive me.
The bridge or something.
So there you can see cars parked on the bridge waiting for the launch. You can see the rocket, at least the fumes from where the rocket's going to come from and the lights. Mm-hmm. So we're sitting there. It's 25 after.
Yeah, it's like
the rocket's supposed to go off at 5:05, and it's 25 after. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go to the bathroom. And as soon as I go to the bathroom, it's definitely going to happen because Murphy Law says it's going to happen when I'm not looking. So I, of course, went, and I was halfway through the room, and he says, something's happening. And it was actually the rocket launcher, whatever that capsule that shoots the pod up into the space. It was the very first time that it was coming back and landing on the landing pad. So we got to see that, but not the actual takeoff of the whole thing. So it was kind of
kids, cover your ears. Cover your ears. There was definitely some rockets that were seen there, but not through the window. All right, you can uncover your ears.
Okay. So we got to see the landing of the rocket, and then on with our day we went.
Yeah. No, I seen the rocket come back, and somehow we missed it. And she's like, let me go to the bathroom right in the middle of the action. And as soon as she left it went up, and it didn't work out like we thought, but it's whatever it is. But anyway.
We have to see it again when we on the ship, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, so this is what?
So then we went to the next day, the day that we got up at 5 o'clock in the morning, we went to
Cocoa Beach.
The Cocoa Beach. Mm-hmm. And we went to the boardwalk.
Now that was nice. The weather was nice the next day. There was people out there with shorts and flip-flops, people out in the water. God, how they were in the water, I don't know. It was freezing cold. Freezing cold, but brother was just like running out in the water. Ice cold.
It was ice, but the sun felt good. It was warm and a little breezy, but it was very nice. It was a good. And seeing everybody out there, all the snowbirds are out. No problem getting in the water.
And on that pier, there's like little restaurants and stuff. Yeah. So we definitely went to that restaurant and had an overpriced meal there. And then that bar was pretty cool there at the end too. We went down there.
We had sushi tuna nachos. They were very good. And then we went over. We asked, of course, we had to ask Chat GPT what is the best places to go to when you're in Orlando, and they suggested going to Disney Springs. In which we went there, and this is at the boathouse they have whatever this boat is called, the car boat.
Something, yeah. I mean, basically, so I looked on Chat GPT and I said, look, what do people do that are broke? in Disney? What can you do for free that doesn't cost any money? And yeah, David, rockets only launch on Sundays in Planners.
we weren't in Plantersville, David.
No, we weren't in Planners.
Every day is Sunday.
Yeah, every day is Sunday around here, buddy. Yeah. So anyway, so as pause that, would you?
I forgot. I'm the only one who can handle that, right? I forgot.
So anyway, ChatGPT says like you just go here, you go here. Don't miss this. You can park for free here and get a view of the kingdom. You can park.
Which they lied. It's not true.
It is true. I missed the exit, but anyway, so you park into this parking garage right here, and then you can walk for free here, and then you can walk through this place. And this is the place that it took us to, is Disney Springs, where you can go for free. So, and this is where we're at, where the boat just went in the water, and it had some cool stuff. Go ahead.
Yeah, and it's got a bunch of shopping and a bunch of restaurants. It's like a little town center. Like we have town centers here in Houston, where you got shopping and restaurants, and you kind of walk around with the family. They had some entertainment. They had some schools. There was like a high school choir competition going on. So we got to see that. But of course, you have the rainforest where it has the volcano going off. So that was pretty cool. The ones around here, they don't really do that. Not that
the one in Vegas did. The Treasure Island, but they closed that down now. So it's going to be the Hard Rock now.
So, and then they had, of course, you have to go into the Christmas store.
Now pause that.
Pause right here.
Now, I thought this was going to be some kind of Christmas store. I didn't know it was like an overflow warehouse of Christmas ornaments that they put them there and they just keep it open because they don't have anything else to do. I thought it was going to be this cool Christmas store, but turned out
good usage of some ornaments there. It's got some big oversized stars and stuff. Pretty cool. Is that the last picture from Orlando?
I don't know.
Play. Yes. So this whole thing is all ornaments, all Disney ornaments. You need a Disney ornament. This was the place to go because it was a very large store and it was covered in Disney ornaments.
Yeah, it was just nonstop. There was garland on the walls and stuff, and it was just nothing but ornaments.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I guess. And right about here, I just lost interest and stopped recording. So I thought it'd be something cooler than this. But I mean, what do you expect in February?
I mean, I was surprised.
Yeah. All right. So that is the trip to Orlando. And then on Valentine's Day,
the next morning,
we wake up in the morning from the Rocket Hotel, if you know what I'm talking about. And it's all of a sudden Valentine's Day. Mm-hmm. And Valentine's Day, we had to make some maneuvers with the rental car place so we can get the Cadillac like David. And we had to drop it off next to the cruise ship versus all the way an hour away to the Orlando airport. So we were able to figure that out for just a minimal $50 fee. And then we showed up, and then we were boarding the Carnival Mardi Gras during Mardi Gras Carnival. So it was a great thing. It was very safe. You could have fun. And then Laura will get into that. Where's that other one at?
Oh, I'm going to go to the other one. Okay.
We're trying out some new things of Laura being the co-host.
I'm trying, and I haven't done it nearly enough to know what the heck I'm doing. So
I got
forgive me.
I can do it if you got it.
Here we go. And then I click on here. This, just so you know, is the last time I had Tex-Mex.
So these are in the days leading up. So Armando's on the way, and these things are going to happen. And it's like, all right, so let's just go get one last Mexican before we can't do it anymore, and let's go get some sushi. Just click on the picture, would you?
Yeah.
This is the Kingdom Food Network one?
Yeah.
Is this what we're doing now?
Well, that's what you said. That's what I didn't say that. I said that's what
Carnival, Mardi Gras, Bahamas, and Western Caribbean.
Okay. Where is that? Where is that slideshow?
All right.
Because I'm not seeing that here.
That's the one we didn't do. Okay. So let's go through this. Take that down.
Sure.
Yeah. Let's share this one.
Pause for technical difficulty.
No, we're not pausing. Where does it say share this one anyway?
I mean, I can go just regular. There's no scandalous photos or anything.
No. All right, so this is where you see these, and basically, so we get onto the cruise ship.
Well, which went very smoothly. We actually got in faster this time than we ever have before. So
yeah, there's that Boeing building that was right next to the hotel. So yeah, this is us getting onto the ship since we were first and we were platinum and all that. So we were able to get on the ship first before it got crazy. And then
wrong way.
Oh. And then this is like the waiting line to get onto the ship. And look at that, the Mardi Gras cruise crew.
Yep.
The Mardi Gras cruise crew, Laura and I both had matching shirts on. How awesome is that?
Which we do all the time. We always wear the matching shirts.
Yeah, you got it. When you get on the cruise, you got to have matching shirts. But this is us getting onto the ship. And as soon as we got onto the ship, immediately you have to go get food. If you ever been on a cruise ship, you know, as soon as you get onto the ship, you need to go get some food. So we went to Pigs and Anchors and got some barbecue brisket. We got some smoked sausage and some chicken with some baked beans and macaroni and cheese and collard greens. And that's what we had day one. And that was very good. That was very good. Yeah. And then, so yeah, then when you're on the ship, it was just, you know, it's like the sail away party. Everybody was doing the shuffle.
Gotta do the conga. You gotta do the conga.
The cruise director is actually like a Oriental guy. And I thought he was pretty good, even though we didn't really spend a lot of time with Omi. Yeah,
it was definitely a quieter cruise for us. Definitely.
And then somehow we went into the massage parlor. Yeah. And, you know, smoked old fashions. Yeah.
Yeah. We went into the Cloud 9 and we got wrangled into the spa for the week. So we had saunas each day, which we went, not every day, but we went most of them.
The sauna.
So sweat out all that food you're eating. But we did good on that too. We didn't eat a lot of food. We actually ate like twice a day instead of all day.
So I will tell you on the cruise ship, we had a great time. I can tell you a story about this lady trying to break my arm on the cruise ship, aka a massage. Like I don't know what kind of massages that you guys get, you know. But me, I like the sensual massage, like rub my back in a loving way, not like you're trying to break my arm type of stuff. So when the lady started giving me a massage, it was like 50 minutes of torture. Right, Laura?
It was awesome. I don't know what you're talking about. Ron's very sensitive. I actually thoroughly enjoyed my massage, and I'm just thankful that we didn't move up to the one with the stick.
The bamboo.
He would have been screaming and probably calling the police.
Well, it's like, dude, I got like ticklish feet and sensitive feet. Like, just stay away from my feet, right? And then so like, no, look, let me shake. Like, I'm like, you just stop, yeah, you know. And it's like,
she couldn't do anything right, poor thing.
Yeah, it's like just rub my back. You know, that's all I'm asking for.
Mine
and then
awesome.
It's the full this and that, and then she's just being so damn rough with her elbow all up in my stuff, and I'm like, how does this even feel good? Just get off of me. But yeah, that happened.
Yeah,
in the couples massage, and
it was so romantic. I told him next time he has to have a couple drinks beforehand so he can loosen those muscles up to begin with.
So something happened. I don't know what happened. It was something.
Somebody caused him issues, and now he's traumatized.
Yeah. And then when I went to get my haircut, that was like on Thursday in the spa. So they cut your hair, and then some dude sitting here like rubbing your arms down and stuff, and holding hands and doing that kind of thing, and you know, like. Too much. You know, I don't
you know
like
what Ron wants for Christmas? He wants a massage.
No, like I don't like people touching me. Like I don't touch other people, and I don't like people touching me. You know, I like people to keep their distance from me, stay in a personal bubble. I'm not a person that likes to hug people and touch people. Keep your hands to yourself, and I'll do the same. And that's how I like it. And some dude rubbing all up on my arms and stuff. It's like, bro, just nah, I'm not. Sorry, maybe there's some guys in here that like that kind of stuff. I don't.
You didn't like it when the girl was rubbing on your back, so it didn't really matter who
she
it was.
Being too rough, you know what I'm saying? You know, you have to do it in a loving way, not in a like you're trying to break my arm kind of way, because then I naturally get, you know, aggressive. People touching me in that kind of way. But anyway, the cruise was awesome. The Mardi Gras was fantastic. The Mardi Gras celebration, there's just so many different things that I don't know if we even have enough time to show you that kind of stuff. But I will say the highlights of the trip was definitely Grand Turk.
Oh, Grand Turk was amazing.
Grand Turk was fantastic.
Grand Turk is gorgeous. If you have the opportunity to go there, I wish we could have spent another day there because
they have wild donkeys. Because just like in Bonaire, Grand Turk was Bonaire is owned by the Dutch. This one is owned by Great Britain.
Yeah.
But so there are salt mines, and so they had these slave quarters where they had these slaves in there, and they did the salt mines, and then all the people would be blind from working in the salt, and they brought all these donkeys over, and the donkeys would help transport the salt from the salt mines to the ships, and that was the major export of salts. They still have them where they have the natural pink flamingos, which the flamingos are white, but the more fish and salt they eat, that's how they get pink. But we've seen that, but I would say Grand Turk was probably the most beautiful places it wasn't like a lot of wealthy people. It was just clean for the most part. The beaches were beautiful. I can see why that was a popular destination.
Yeah.
Grand Turk. 100%.
And it has reef, so you can do your snorkeling and see the fish and stuff. So that. And then
they have one of the claim to fames is when one astronaut came back and they missed the Bahamas or they missed something and they landed out in the ocean, and the people from Grand Turk got the American astronaut and brought that capsule to Grand Turk where he stayed in the hospital and did the observation. So it has this astronaut and a replica of the space capsule that came down with parachute into the ocean. And Grand Turk, that's like their claim to fame of what happened in 1963 or whatever the hell it was. It was something like that. Right.
Yeah.
So that was like their claim to fame. But yeah, Grand Turk was fine. We went to this beautiful restaurant that someone had purchased. Here's the donkeys. It's like these are all the donkeys that were from the salt mining days, and now they're just wild donkeys all over the island. Everywhere you go, there's wild donkeys, and then there's also wild dogs.
There's a lot of dogs.
What do they call it when they don't have a home or
stray?
Stray dogs. Yeah, there's stray dogs
and
everywhere.
Stray donkeys, and the donkeys were very friendly. They came right up to you. We had the golf carts, and they come right up to you looking for a snack. And when we went to the lighthouse, there were people selling feed, so the donkeys were all migrating there to get some food. But look at that! That's freaking gorgeous.
Oh yeah, you could look down and see the stingrays in the water. It was fantastic. This part was so cool, and that's where we did that Christmas video. I mean, we had a couple of them, but the one we did in the Christmas video, the famous one that you've seen, there you go. It's up in there. It's one of these.
That's a picture.
Yes, you haven't even seen these. Let me see.
I have seen them.
I'm talking about the people listening. Installers Mastermind, your boy Ron, and guess who I got with me?
It's Laura.
And beautiful Grand Turk. That's right. And Christmas is over, unfortunately. We've already removed all the Christmas lights, but now it's time to make an expression. It's the United States of America's 250th anniversary of independence. It's going to be amazing. We're going to get the red, white, and... So, yeah, you get the point. And then where was the one where I was doing I said, let me see this damn thing, and I'm going to do oh, yeah, is it this one?
It might be that one.
What?
The computer doesn't like it.
Yeah. Yeah, something's up with the pooter. It's just spinning around in circles. Maybe yours will do better.
It is paradise out here. Oh my goodness. And if you would like to have some paradise in your house, visit us.
Yeah, so we had that one. You might have seen that we posted these. And I was doing penetrating the market. Yeah. And all of this, I swear, is first take. One time is all we did it. First take, and that was it. Penetrating the market.
I mean, you can see that. There's only one video of each.
Yeah.
Like bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah, just one take. But yeah, there's the pink flamingos in natural habitat. It was really cool. But these were when they weren't really that pink, except for some of them at the top. And then you have the ones that aren't pink at the bottom. Flamingos, and then the ones, they said the more salt they eat, the pinker they get. So yeah, that we actually rented a golf cart is what we did. And technical difficulty kind of stuff. But yeah, so this is the beautiful people, bah, bah. And then we had some conch
salad and lobster salad.
And that's what we had at this bar. And I'm telling you, this bar that we were at right here. We met the owner and everything. This bar, there was nobody there. You had the whole beach to yourself. There was a little bit of seaweed, but you had the whole beach to yourself. It was fantastic. The lady was super nice, and everything went great. And then
some of the best conch I've ever had. I've had it a few times, and that was the best one. Because when she said you want conch salad, I was like, nah. But it was awesome. It was very good. Nice and spicy.
Then we went back to the ship, and then the next day we woke up at it was Nassau, and then it was Grand Turk. But this Nassau right, first. Dude, the Nassau one. The Nassau was what am I trying to say here? The Margaritaville we went to, the Margaritaville, Nassau, Bahamas, and we had the pass or whatever where you can get into the pool and the resort pass or whatever. Yeah. And so what I will say to you is I don't know if I got any pictures of that, but that pool was freaking cold.
So was the water. It was as cold as when we were in Orlando. It was freezing.
It's like when you pay some money to be in there, you're like, well, I didn't pay all this money, so I need to be in there. Like, I ain't trying to waste this money and not get into the water. But it was like, oh, but you see people swimming around. So, it's like, quit being a little B word and just get out there. Look, everyone's laughing at you. The quicker you get in there, the quicker you get used to it. But it's like for some reason, we just didn't do it.
Couldn't do it.
It's like, I just wanted for emotional support. I had to walk with Laura, and every single inch that you moved, it was like torture. It was so cold. It was almost like, I didn't know between getting a massage on the ship versus that. I don't know which one was worse, but this was what was at port that day at Nassau. There was like 5 or 6 ships at port.
Yeah, there's more around the corner.
It
was packed. It was a very full day.
Yeah, word. So then we did that, and then the next trip that we went to was
after Grand Turk. We went to Amber Cove.
Okay, now Amber Cove. When you pull up to Amber Cove, it looks like this. So you have some. It's promising. It looks like it might have some promise. There was windmills, solar panels, and stuff, and then so we got a driver that didn't speak any English, and that was fun. And then we went to this.
We went to the waterfalls.
So you spend an hour and a half to make it to the deal. You have to swim into the water and climb up all these, and you can slide down these natural rocks like a rock. So this is like one of the only things to do in Dominican Republic, which anytime anyone ever says that they're from the Dominican Republic, I immediately know from this point forward, it is a third world country. There is very little cell phone service, if any at all. It is not a place I would recommend going ever, but this was probably the coolest part. I'll just share it with you. And then Laura got the little picture, and so this was like an hour walk to get to this.
And when you get there, you have to wear water shoes because it's a watery walk. And we didn't have them, of course, because it was kind of a spur of the moment. And so they rent to you your water shoes for $3 a piece, and you must ask for a size bigger than what you wear. But Ron and I do not have small feet. So we had a smaller size than we normally wear. And I didn't realize it was going to be such a far walk. And I was bleeding by the time I got to the waterfall.
I still got blood on my foot, my pinky toe.
Our toes are still not right.
But the problem wasn't even that. The problem was you were walking on a rock trail that's made up of rocks, and these shoes didn't have any lining. So you're pretty much just barefoot. They're like little socks. They're pretty much like socks, water socks. So I'm sitting here with my sensitive ass feet that we just talked about. I'm sitting here walking through these rocks it was torture. It was like getting the massage from that lady. It was just pure torture walking on rocks, all the way for however long it was. But we made it, and I still found a smile on my face. There you go. But yeah, the guy who was the tour guide and stuff was very nice.
Oh, Berto, he was fantastic. He showed us they had all kinds of different trees. They had
this is what the terrain looked like. The terrain was just nonstop rocks that you're walking on. He's like, watch your step. I'm like, no, I should have worn my tennis shoes and just threw them away afterwards. But
so folks, we're at the waterfall in Dominican Republic. Check it out. Guess what?
So I didn't have anything. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. So I just said, just turn it off. But that's what happened there. And then, but there's people like riding down the road with bananas. That was probably the banana delivery motorcycle.
Motorcycles were
guys.
definitely the more popular vehicle.
Yeah, and then this is the pink. Pink
we went to
street
Puerto Playa. After that, we went and saw the Pink Street
on Ash Wednesday.
On Ash Wednesday, yeah. The Pink Street, the Umbrella Street, and there was some other claim to fame that they had in there. But definitely everybody went to go look at these.
What's up, everybody? We're in downtown Dominican Republic over here with these beautiful colors. They're all over. Yeah, so that we both did a video with that, and then this is Lara's.
I am in the beautiful Puerto Playa, and I'm walking down the Umbrella Street.
So yeah, we did that.
Fun times.
And then this is the Catholic Church where people were getting ashes on their head right here. And then so the guy kind of walked us around to this was like the main courtyard. And then he's like, hey, the main courtyard, and we can hang out here and stuff. And it's like, take me back to the ship. But yeah, anyway. And then so we Buenos tardes. So I want to tell you what I thought about it, but I don't want to be disrespectful to those peoples. But it wasn't the coolest thing in the world. But yeah, this was cool. This was Hermes?
Neptune.
Yeah, this is Neptune. So on this island here, they put this handsome fellow with this little pitchfork with his penis hanging out. And he is the god of the ocean. Right?
Yeah. And there's a restaurant right in front of it called Neptune's. And their dish of choice is chicken wings with some rice and peas is their thing. So we usually eat at every stop and try the local food. But this trip, we definitely did not do that as much as we have done in the past. So we didn't try the chicken wings.
So, I mean, look at this guy on the back of this motorcycle. I mean, just look at this. Like, this is like a piece of tin roof thing.
Rusted.
And he's the passenger of the motorcycle, and this wind sail is like between him and the driver. But I've seen three dudes on the motorcycle and a bunch of gay stuff. But anyway, so he's like going down the road here, and you're like, what? I mean, it was nuts. Let me see. What is this?
I don't know. There was a couple you did while we were driving. It got a little crazy. We were heading back to the ship, and it was around lunchtime, so maybe that's when everybody's taking a break or whatever. But they were it got really sketchy. People definitely do not pay attention to stop signs or the speed limit.
Mere suggestions.
Yeah.
It's just motorcycles on every side of the road, left side of the road, right side of the road, jumping in front of people, little motorcycle gangs. It was like you're in a third world country, man. It was the same as Venezuela or any of these other.
Honduras. It reminded me of Honduras a lot.
Yeah. That's what it was. And it was definitely, when you're in the cruise ship area, it was a beautiful place to be. But when you left the cruise ship place, it showed you the reality of what real life is past them gates where the cruise ship had the beautiful experience into the Dominican Republic water park thing that they made just for the cruise ships and all that.
Grand Turk and Amber Cove both have on-site water park as soon as you get off the boat because they want you to stay there, and you could see why. It's just difficult to get around, and there's not a lot to do or see for that matter.
No, I would say it was. These were nice.
That's Amber Cove. That's where the water park was, and they had zip lines over the pool, and it was packed. I mean, just packed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's where everyone kind of got off the ship and just went to the local, place that's part of the Carnival Island or whatever.
And that's where their sail away. They had a little point where everybody comes out and waves goodbye to the ship.
Yeah, that's us leaving. That was probably my favorite part of Dominican Republic is when we were leaving. It's a beautiful sight.
It looks beautiful from the photos here. I mean, it just looks gorgeous water and mountainous.
Yeah. All right. But anyway, the moment we've all been. I mean, I could show you these all day, and I'll share the stories. I think I shared them as we went, but that was that. Now we are going to talk about something very cool. If you want to load that one up, Lyra.
Oh, we're talking about cruise food.
We're talking about the Kingdom Food Network. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, the Kingdom Food Network is going viral. As soon as we get off of this, that's you. As soon as that's the AI version of you. All right. So as soon as we get off of this podcast, we're going to load up some speakers and we're going down to the Houston Rodeo. We have to get ready for Laura is doing her very first competition in the World Championship for Kingdom Food Network, Kingdom Radio. We're going to be covering the whole thing on YouTube, Facebook, and everywhere else. Laura is going to be cooking dessert and turning it in for the gold, baby, representing Plantersville, Texas, and Kingdom to the fullest. And that's what's going to happen. Let's do this. What's going on with this Kingdom Food? You drive.
Okay, I'll drive. So our friend asked me if I would like to cook for the cook-off and make the dessert. So it's a whole thing. It's 96% of the desserts are cheesecake. So I wanted to come up with something that wasn't cheesecake. And so I had to do some test kitchen stuff. And so I was thinking maybe a smoked bananas Foster bread pudding, which I put together 3 nights ago.
It was good. Just
to give it a test run, see if it was going to work. So I toasted the bread first, and then I did the custard and the bananas Foster and put it together. It was smoky. It was different. Definitely needed some ice cream. Definitely does not slice well. So I know I needed something to slice well. So I said, forget this crap. I have to do something else. And that something else turned into cheesecakes. So the first trial cheesecake is a s'mores cheesecake. And it has a chocolate cake filling with ganache. And I guess I should have clicked in. It looks like this. A chocolate cake with ganache and then a marshmallow meringue on top of it. It came out good. It came out really good. And then I also made a salted caramel vanilla cheesecake, which was very, very good.
Oh.
Very creamy, very delicious. And I'll be making one of those two tomorrow.
And then this is not the regular crust. Laura makes everything from scratch. Homemade crust. That's like the best part. Not some cheap stuff you buy at the pie filler crust that you just do it and boom, boom. Not that.
So
all handmade. It was awesome.
Through the test kitchen, you notice some little things like I'm going to parchment paper the bottom, which I couldn't find my parchment paper. I did the deep search for it and I found it today. So it'll be parchment paper bottom. So this doesn't happen right here. I'm also going to cook the crust a little longer. It's just going through the process because in this house, we don't eat cheesecakes all the time. And I actually haven't made a cheesecake in probably 6 years. So I had to definitely get back into some full baking. So we cooking tomorrow and then turn-in is on Friday. And I'm super nervous. I could just throw up right now. Even though love cooking, I enjoy it. It's just the competition aspect has got me a little anxious. But be anxious for nothing is what I'm told. So that's what I'm doing.
That's all the pictures you have for the Kingdom Food Network?
You said the Kingdom Food Network. I have the cruise food one.
Yeah.
So on the cruise, we had a lot of delicious foods. Let me scan back up to the top of where we were that we haven't talked about. So this on this ship, the Mardi Gras has some different lunch things. It's a paid item that you have to pay for. You pick what you want or whatever. But they had Indian food, and on some of the smaller ships, they'll have a special Indian lunch during one of the days on the ship. But here on the Mardi Gras, they had actual Indian food. So we had to get some butter chicken, little taste of home. It was good. It needed a little more spice to it because we like things spicy, but we enjoyed that. I'm kind of backwards here.
Start from the beginning.
Well, the beginning is
the top.
The top.
All right, there you go. Scroll to the top. Start from there.
You want me to hit Krabby's?
Just scroll to the very top, please.
Well, the top.
Click on the first picture. Yeah. Now you go from there.
All right. Well, We had sushi before we left. And
Missed that video.
Texas.
What are you doing?
You're killing me, Smalls.
Oh yeah, the Ahi's Seafood Tower.
So if you're in the Houston area and you like some good sushi, Sakura Bistro, it's in Magnolia. They have this ahi tower. It is one of the best towers I've ever had, and I get it in lieu of other sushi rolls. I also get the Fuji Volcano, which is fantastic. And that's halfway gone there.
Mm-hmm.
And then, what is that? Spicy tuna?
I don't know. It looks good.
This is at Zanti's. So this is the caprese salad that comes out. It's with a burrata instead of sliced mozzarella.
And the heirloom tomatoes.
And heirloom tomatoes. And then they come out with a basil oil versus the basil leaves.
That's in an injection thing. You put it on there yourself.
Yeah. So you get to sprinkle it all around.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah, it's very good. And then, of course, my truffle ravioli, which is my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
And Ron had the seafood pasta.
Mm-hmm. With mussels and shrimps and scallops and.
There's a little shot of us having our.
Yeah,
dinner.
Armando had. What did Armando have?
He had lasagna. He went safe. He had the good old lasagna
with the meat sauce. Yeah,
but you can't beat lasagna with a good bolognese. You know, it's just.
It was good. And what else?
So, and then we have the Monty's trip with the boys.
Yeah.
Monty's, their crab bisque is the jam, and the crab boil or the seafood boil is always good. Rock and Roll Sushi over in Spring, where they had the sushi on a guitar. They had some really good rolls there. We enjoyed that. See how it keeps pausing.
Let's go to the next one. Yeah, but we had a good time. I had a couple beers. I was the only one having a couple beers. Everyone else was drinking water and tea and stuff. So
yep,
I had
good
to
old
drink for
rainbow
everybody.
roll and some jalapeno mango stuff going on. It was really delicious.
Yeah, it was good. It was interesting.
Oh, this one had it was a
fusion.
strawberry avocado salsa on top of the sushi roll, and it was very good.
It was surprisingly good.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. Of course, the Boot Hill Saloon, and then the Krabbies.
Yeah, so we went to that place in Daytona. It was Krabby's and that other place that was right there, the Yellowfin or Fin, whatever. And we had so the cruise and rum punch was something that they had. It was enough for one person. We shared it. You know, it was the best $25 drink I've ever had. You know,
pretty much. It was very expensive, surprising. Then at Cocoa Beach, we had the ahi tuna nachos, which was interesting. It was interesting, something different. It needed some spice to it.
It had
some
the
jalapenos.
crispy wonton nachos chips.
Yeah,
on
with the ahi tuna and some wasabi sauce. It just needed some jalapeno, maybe, I don't know, just something to give it a little
needed
kick.
something.
Needed a kick.
Yeah, needed something, but it was good.
I was sitting in the wind tunnel. And then he had the
Caribbean jerk, shrimp skewers,
shrimp poke bowl.
Poke bowl.
Little poke. That's from the ship. This is a Cuban iced tea. You can get those and the Havana bar in the Havana section of the ship. They're very good, very citrusy. And then Ron's all-time favorite. It is the smoked old fashioned. It is done just the way he likes it. He trains the bartender behind the bar to do it the way he likes it so that you can have it.
Yeah, you're like, this
on the
way,
ship.
this way.
Shaken, not stirred.
Exactly. Yeah. That's the veal parmesan. That's the veal parmesan. And we weren't really dressed for this, but we were still prepared for it. And this is the seafood melody thing with the Rockefeller, not the Rockefeller, but the oysters.
It was Rockefeller.
Rockefeller oysters and the lobster tail and the Chilean sea bass and the shrimp. That was fantastic.
It was fantastic.
One of my favorite meals.
It was a great meal. It's at the Cucina de Capitano.
Cucina de Capitano.
And you can see Ron finish his plate.
Word to your moms came to drop bombs.
I did not.
Yeah.
So we didn't do that, and tiramisu, which is one of my all-time favorite desserts. I actually was going to try to do some kind of tiramisu cheesecake, but I decided against it. Yeah. So tiramisu, always good on the ship, always good. And then we had to sweat out all this excess food that we were eating.
And
drinking.
Laura's not a fan of steam rooms and hot jacuzzis and stuff, but she really,
I did it.
turned into quite the spa treatment person while we were on vacation.
I
This
did
was
it
the
and I
first day.
tried it and I actually ended up enjoying it. So I looked forward to, and the aromatherapy one, not so much the dry sauna, but the aroma one was nice. And then another smoked old fashioned evening, and the raspberry lemon drops are excellent. And
Now I will say this, and let me take that down for a second. Okay. So I will say this: your boy Ron and your girl Lara. I thought we were going to be drinking a
Partying
lot,
like a rock star.
Margaritaville. Let's get the drink package. Let's, bring some sodas. Maybe we can mix up some stuff in the room when they cut us off after 15, and let's do all this. None of that happened. At the end of the cruise ship, we had like all the sodas left for the most part, because I don't really drink sodas and caffeine that much anymore. So we didn't have hardly any sodas. The drink package, maybe we had 4 drinks a day. I mean, we weren't really drinking, had no want for drinking. It was like we drank just because we felt obligated to, but we really weren't even trying to do hardly any drinking, not to the point like, I had the drink package. Let's max this thing out and get the value for it.
we did not. They made money on us.
I think the last day we just had 1 drink each, and that was it. And we had the 2 bottles of champagne. Never drank those. We just was not into drinking.
So these are usually, these drinks here are our evening drink before dinner, and then we might have one with dinner, and then that was it.
That was
we just
it.
did not.
That was it.
And it was just wasn't
Just not
wasn't
in the
thing.
drinking.
It's
I just
kind
felt
of
like
weird and exciting.
So, but one thing you might not know is that Christmas season, I just stopped drinking, and I don't drink during Christmas season. And then when Christmas is over, it's like I kind of like not drinking. I like the feeling of not being drunk when an opportunity comes in that could change your life, and here you are missing it because you chose to be drinking and stuff. So I said, no, I just don't really want to be drinking. We had a couple, but not to where you're really trying to take advantage of the opportunity and get hammered every day like a lot of people were doing. And plus, also no gambling, which is new. I mean, we might have gambled $300 here or whatever, but no gambling, none of that. So even when we went to Vegas, maybe $300 for the whole trip, but no gambling, and really not that big on drinking, except for maybe eating dinner, having a drink with dinner, but that's it.
Yeah.
Which is turning over a new leaf for me, believe me.
Yeah. So this was, what is this? Just regular night? This is one of the dining hall night. I think we only went to the dining hall twice. Oh no, this is the Italian lunch. So we went to
Casino del Capitano.
Casino del Capitano. They do an Italian lunch. You can go in there and have lunch, whatever. And we did that before Ron's haircut. I believe that was the haircut day.
Yeah, maybe.
It's good.
Yeah, it was right before the haircut.
There's
right.
Caesar salad. I love Caesar salad, and I get that every meal. So, and then
swordfish.
Swordfish. Maybe this was a dining night. Oh yeah, that was a dining night.
That was later that night.
I should have labeled these better.
It's all good.
Oh yeah, beef Wellington night. The food on the ship is very good. It's very filling. You feel very full after you eat, and sometimes overly full. It's just kind of, let me get past the Indian because we already talked about that. I'm going in the wrong direction.
Chef's table.
This is something Ron and I do every trip. We go to the chef's table. This is probably our 6th one, and they kind of changed it. Now they have a more uniform where every ship does the same menu. So we actually had a replay of our last chef's table. So
and it wasn't that great. The best one that we've ever had was on the
Hawaii
Magic.
That's not the Magic.
Yeah, on the way to Hawaii, and that chef was so personable, and throughout the 15 days we were on the ship, right? We got to know this man, and he's talking about his passion and putting love into his cooking, and we went to a couple cooking demonstrations and classes, and we really got to know him and his passion for cooking. And when he gets off of the ship, and after his 6-month commitment and he's home for 2 months, or his 8-month commitment and he's home for 2 months, all the family gets over there, and he just does a big feast for everyone and all this kind of stuff. It was just so great. And they were actually figuring out how to make this special meal every week. They did a different one for different cruise ships and had the chef's table of, you're condensing this olive all the way down for 8 hours until it gets into a liquid format. And then you put it into something else, and the whole big story and of everything. And then when you went to this chef's table, it was like a call center where it was beautiful food and everything, but the presentation of it was not nearly on the same level as what we had with back when they did their own thing. And I would say it was like, you can tell they just do the same rinse and repeat, because like anyone who's with a call center, or if you're reading a script, just listening into it, you can tell that they're reading a script, and the passion and the voice inflection and conviction is not there. They're just like, okay, and then now we do this, and now we do this, and everyone knows, and when this happens, then we do this. And it was really nice. And I'm not trying to say nothing about this chef right here, but I would just say that clearly it was not.
We did not take very many pictures because we had already have the same exact pictures from the last trip. But I did do the end, the dessert where they did the.
I got every single one on the meta glasses, and definitely follow me on Kingdom Food Network or Ron Roby. Follow me there, and you'll be able to see the whole thing.
Yeah. And then we have the particular bar that does the smoked old fashions. They do a bunch of, it's called the Fortune Teller, and they do a bunch of little weird little things where they do the balloon on top of this particular martini. I think it's called frog water or something like fog water or something like
you
that.
Tap it with your finger and it goes into smoke, and then your drink has a little bit of a hint of like, it used to be some smoke on top of it at one point. It's okay.
That's all right. And then dual smoked old fashions going on there.
And that's not the way I like to smoke them. I don't like them smoked for show. I like them smoked.
For real. You like to taste like some barbecue.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, there's that.
That's another shot of that. And then the first time we went to hibachi on the ship.
With an actual person from Japan.
And he was actually from Japan, and he was very entertaining. He sang songs, and he was singing some kind of egg roll song. I don't remember what it's that particular one, but of course we got Rice Baby and Celebration Song and all kinds of stuff. So we had a lot of fun.
I was kind of curious to see what the hibachi would be like on the cruise ship, and it was surprisingly good. And the guy was very entertaining, because most of those guys are super talented, unlike the hillbilly with a lawn chair that's at the hibachi places around here. I mean, look at him doing the dragon. Rah, rah, rah. With the egg.
Mm-hmm. Very artistic, very funny, sang nice.
Very talented. The dude was singing his ass off and stuff, and it was just so good.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Nice little heart. Oh, isn't that sweet? And then he hacked it in half.
Yeah. Look, a broken heart. Now let's sing. Sweet broken heart. Da, da, da. I mean, just like the whole thing. But we were next to some lady who was ordering tofu. I'll just have the hibachi tofu. And the guy's like, no. What? You really want tofu? But yeah, that happened.
Was fun. It happened. And that's Amber Cove, which we've gone over.
Oh, yeah, that's
Fahrenheit.
the steakhouse. Yeah, go up there.
Okay, so Fahrenheit 555 is the steakhouse that's on the ship. It's always a good time, always good food. And they send the chef sent this little nugget out. I don't remember what it was. It was delicious, though. Oh, it was beef.
Something. Tartare or something.
Beef tartare inside a phyllo dough. It was delicious.
Beef tartare means raw beef, I think.
Mm-hmm. And then salad and some little nice little crispies go on top. Ron had the soup. Was that the seafood one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was very good.
But that was the one they just have a little teeny marble type of nugget things, and they pour the stuff over it on top of it right in front of you.
Yeah.
Crab bisque soup or something like that.
Of course, you have to have your jumbo shrimp cocktail. And then the steaks. And Ron had the ribeye, and I had the filet. I like mine rare, and he likes his medium. So that's what we did.
Some garlic.
Oh, yeah, it was delicious.
Yeah, that filet that you had was very good. And they have the only place that has certain types of wines you can buy by the glass is only there at the steakhouse. So that was another highlight. But that's what it looks like
This
when
is
you
what
get
they call
down
medium.
on it.
This is what they called medium. This is medium rare. But and then we had formal night. We got all dressed up fancy to go to formal night, and we went to the main
Gangster
dining.
Pinstripe, 1930s.
Gangster Pinstripe, 1930s gangster, and we went to the formal dining and had prime rib and lobster tail. We have to go have that, and we had the best service at that
day,
that evening.
Those two guys were the best on the ship.
Was the best service we had the entire trip. The service this time was not as fantastic as we have experienced previously, but that night they made up for it big time. A little prime rib action and lobster.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, prime rib with plenty of horseradish. This drink right here was really good.
So we went to another specialty dining the next night. We went to Rudy's Sea Grill.
That was the last night.
The Thursday night was the formal, and then Friday night was this one. So it was our last night. So the last night we went to Rudy's. This is the port side margarita. It is a margarita with port wine on top. Who'd have thought they make something like this? It was delicious.
Very good.
Very, very good. And the chef sent out this tuna tartare, which was pretty darn good. And then I had the surf and turf with crab risotto, which was excellent.
That steak was fantastic also.
The steak was fantastic. Very good flavor. And Ron had these crab stuffed lobster imperial.
With heirloom carrots.
With heirloom carrots and some kind of fennel. Fennel's over here.
And the yellow was like go back one real quick.
Yep, I'll go back.
That little yellow
This
thing,
one
that was sweet potato mashed sweet potatoes, and it was in like this little type of thing. It's just, you taste it like, that's sweet potatoes, and you made all those potatoes just to give me this little teeny bit. It's like fine dining. It's small portions.
Small portions, except for the meat. I got a lot. You got a lot of meat. I noticed that, and the crab risotto.
And crab risotto.
That was good. And then my dessert, which was key lime pie, it was smiled at me the whole time I ate it. I could not believe it. It was so exciting. It was delicious. There he is. And he gave me a finishing smile. I was all done. And that was I said, have a good night.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had hibachi the other day.
Yeah, yesterday.
It goes into the cakes and the bread pudding from the for tomorrow. That's it. That's all I got.
So that's that. And I'll tell you, Kingdom Christmas lights. We are installing Christmas lights. We just did 2 estimates yesterday. We have one of them coming up for a big city next week. Kingdom Christmas lights. We have a full collection of commercial decor. You need to order them now so we can have time to order them and get them installed for you. So Kingdom Christmas lights, permanent lighting, InvisiLights. If you want permanent lighting, we got you. Commercial customers, we're definitely taking commercial orders right now. So that's what's going on with Kingdom Christmas lights, and definitely give us a call at 346-291-4492 or visit us online at kingdomchristmaslights.com. That's Kingdom Christmas lights. We already went through the Armando. We've already went through what's going on the internet. This thing has been a very long, and we've already found that Ron knows how to shoot a free throw.
Pretty much. Oh, that was good.
So what are you gonna do? So anyway, that's what we have going on. Did we miss anything?
Gosh, I don't know. An hour, 45 minutes.
Guys, for whoever's listening now and in the future, go to the Kingdom Food Network and follow us. Join that group. Kingdom Food Network. Join the group. Follow us. We're leaving here right now. We're going to the Houston Rodeo, to the Barbecue World Championship. We're going to get set up. Chef Laura is going to be there. Follow us as we cover this event, participate in this event, and hopefully win this event and bring that thing back to Plantersville, Texas, and Kingdom, where we were going to celebrate Grand Champion, or just celebrate the fact that we even brought Plantersville to the cook-off competition in any level. Small town feel, Texas traditions. There's horse and buggy wagons that are going from all over Texas to the rodeo in true Texas tradition. It's a fun time to be in Texas. There's great mainstream entertainers every single night. A lot of our friends in the Christmas business, they're pressure washing the stadium, or they're over there volunteering to be in the rodeo committee, and everyone's about the Houston Rodeo and all this kind of stuff. That's what you do in the country, and kind of where we live. These guys are all about rodeo and showing off their animals, and kids getting scholarships from the FFA or FAA or whatever it is. FFA. And the kids are getting scholarships and all that. So all the rodeos kicking off right now, and your buddy Ron and Laura will be there, and I'll be covering it and showing you a bunch of cool things. But that's all I have right now.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything you would like to say?
No, I need to go pack.
So, yeah. If you're feeling like life just ain't working out the way that you want to, because you're looking at all this stuff that we're doing and you're saying, man, I wish I was doing some stuff like that. Hopefully that you are. A lot of our friends, we watch them online. They're doing a lot of cool stuff. There's a lot of cool events. There's a lot of people doing some fantastic vacations. They're going to big sporting events, and you're just seeing them everywhere. You know, at the Kentucky Derbies, and they're just doing a bunch of cool stuff. And you can be doing that too, but you need to take your life seriously. If you take your life seriously for the next 3 months, it really will change your life. And it doesn't matter what time it is, especially Christmas for us, but just focus on taking your life seriously. Cut all that other stuff out, okay? And if you feel like life ain't going the way that you want to, there's just a simple recipe to it, right, Bo?
Yeah.
What is it?
You got to get off your ass.
And get busy, back.